Instead of like thinking, oh, why didn't the rabbi find me attractive? Was there something wrong with me? Why didn't he show me the same attention that he gave my other nephews and nieces? Well, instead of living in that self-doubt, live in love and send the money.
Hey, here's what's going on. Henry's got a brilliant idea in the chat room. He says, why doesn't D-Medic give more money so that Rabs can move down to the beach, and then Baba Metzia would move down and start his own shul down there? So it's not that I'm just going there to partay. It's that I'm starting a shul. Now it happens to be there's no Jews at my beach, and I'd like to keep it that way. But it's under the pretense that I'm doing a big thing here. So send your money to me so I can open a shul at my beach, right? So that I will go to shul every day and just wait for some Jew.
Hey, you
to show
notice
up.
that shul on Cascio and Robertson is now like up
What
for
is
sale?
Yeah, but we closed it down.
Yeah,
we mentioned it here,
I
and
think
then
they were
closed down.
Breslauer at one point.
They were Breslov, yeah.
And then there was followers of the Sephardic holy man.
Ben Ish Chai.
And now
No, Baba Sali. I'm sorry, Baba Sali.
And now they're just waiting for some new group, new business to move in there.
It'll be bought by Persians and turn into a market.
Baruch Hashem, Baruch Hashem.
Okay.
So last week we never got to hear your thoughts on the Parsha.
Oh yeah, well we can do that next year. We're going to be on every year now. We're going to syndicate, so we'll save those for next week. But I have things for let's finish with the Levi is a lamplighter. Henry says you're a lamplighter.
Thanks, Henry.
He wanted to know from you what's different about Breslev, and my answer is they're the only. If you hear somebody in the forest in the middle of the night naked, like at 12 midnight, screaming Rebbe Nachman, it's not Chabad. It is not Chabad. No. And I bring that up. Is that Lashon Hara? No, that's actually happened. If you live in,
Were you there? Were you in the forest screaming Rebbe Nachman?
It was me.
Yeah,
No. It's we lived on the edge of town in Yerushalayim, and there was like a little forest at the side, right? And then that's what they did. They would go out there like a van load of them, and then in the middle of the night they would just run naked, Rebbe Nachman. I was like, whoa.
Yeah, like you've never done that.
Yeah, well, I don't. Marinate some. Got to get up at 5 a.m., man. Okay, so buy Conagra. What meat? Fudge pack?
Okay, that doesn't make any sense.
Forget about him. All right, so let's get on with the show. It's 8:01, and it's time to do the Parsha. Unless you have some sex stories to share.
Chas v'shalom.
Okay, so this week is Parshas Korach. Do we want to start with you or with me?
With you.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, so the first thing I want to say is it's my bar mitzvah parsha. I have a birthday coming up. I hate to say it.
And you just keep on going there. You're doing a great job.
Where are you going?
In the room.
What are you going to get?
Don't worry about it.
You're just going to get water? Oh, from the fountain. All right, so this week's my bar mitzvah parsha, and it's Parshas Korach. And the first verse says, Vikach Korach ben Yishar ben Kahas ben Levi v'dasan v'viram ben Eliav v'yon ben Peles ben Ruvain. That's the first pasuk of this week's parsha. It says that Korach, Dasan v'viram, and On ben Peles. It lists 4 people that were together, and this was, let's call them the gang of 4. Right? These were the rebellion. This whole parsha, this whole Torah portion, is about a rebellion. Right? And it's basically 4 people, 4 characters. Korach, Dasan, Aviram, and On ben Peles. However, after the very first verse, we never see On ben Peles ever mentioned again. Were you aware of that?
Yeah.
You did know that. Why did he never show up again?
I don't know.
Okay, I'm going to tell you. The rest of the time, it's just Korach, Dasan, and Aviram. Okay. So what happened to On ben Peles? Why does he disappear after the first verse? So the Medrash tells us that on the night that when Korach was to assemble everyone together, because they're going to do their big rebellion against Moshe Rabbeinu, and they're going to say that Korach should be the new Kohen Gadol, the new high priest, right? When they're going to do this massive rebellion, Korach went around to gather up everybody, and he came to On ben Peles' house. And On ben Pelas's wife said, okay, I don't get it. What do you have to gain by being part of this rebellion? If Korach is right, he's going to be the Kohen Gadol. What do you have to gain? You're not a Kohen. You have nothing to gain. And if Moshe is right, then you're going to get killed. Right? So you could lose your life on this rebellion. But you have nothing to gain. This is not worth it to you. This is somebody else's fight. This is between Korach and, the Moshe brothers, the Moshe and Aaron brothers, right? Let them fight it out. This is not for you. You shouldn't be involved. And he's like, oh man, oh lady, you've got a good point there. But what am I going to do? It's too late. I already told Korach that I'm going to be involved in this. And she said, let me handle this. Let me take care of it. You go hide in the closet. So Korach comes to the house and he knocks on the door. And she goes, I'll take care of this. So she goes to the door and she doesn't cover her hair. She takes off her hair covering. She takes off her tichel, right? And she's just got like massive amount of hair.
And she opened up her.
And she opened up her
blouse.
Her blouse, and
yeah,
she's got 40 double D cuffs. Right? She looks just like, that Jenna Lee who you like so much. Right? So she's looking really hot. Korach is a Talmud Chacham who was very, very frum. Right? We're going to get to that. He wasn't just he wasn't like somebody who just hates Torah. He was somebody who was involved in a Machloikas Shemayim. He's a Talmud Chacham. He's, you might even say he was close to being a tzaddik. He sees this woman who's got her hair uncovered. She's showing her boobs, whatever, right?
Makes me sick when women do
And
that.
he just moves on, and she's like, hi, and
hey baby, you want to come in?
And then he's like, oh, hey,
my husband's not here.
And he just kept moving on, he left. Okay, so that's what happened. And that's why he's not mentioned after the opening verse. That's why On ben Pelas disappears, because he, Korach just moved on and picked up the other guys and they went and did the thing, and On ben Pelas wasn't bad about it and whatever. The story goes, everyone involved in the rebellion, as you know, was killed by God. So the Medrash goes on to say that some wives will save your life, while some wives will kill you. You got to be very careful these days. Very important. Be careful. Don't pick a wife who's going to kill you. Pick a wife who's going to save your life. Right? And the wife of On ben Pelas is credited as being an example of the kind of a wife who will save your life. Because she sent him into the bedroom, she took her head covering off, she saved his life. And to save a life, you can throw out the whole Torah. So the fact that she uncovered her hair in front of this guy is considered okay because she saved On ben Pelas' life. Okay. What is an example of a type of a wife who will kill you? So the Medrash, who will kill you. What's the kind of a woman that will kill you, Levi?
Someone like Korach's wife.
Korach's wife. Why? Because the Medrash says it was Korach's wife. Why? Because that night he said to her that he had his doubts. He said, honey, I don't know about this. I think that Moshe was probably right. And I'm going to get killed if I go there. Maybe it's better if I just give in to Moshe, say I'm sorry, and be modal emes. I'll just admit I was wrong. His wife said, nothing doing, dude. What kind of a wuss did I marry? You're going to take that shit from him? No way. If you don't stand up to him, how will I ever face the other yentas in shul on Shabbos? Now, you have a chance to be Kohen Gadol, and that pays a lot better than your lousy kollel stipend. I need a new necklace and some new designer shoes and a new Mercedes, so don't even think of disrespecting me by coming home tonight until you get that new job. Okay? I didn't marry some guy just to be, I'm a Kohen. A big deal. I want you to be the Kohen Gadol. I need that respect. I need to be better than all the other women, all the other yentas in the shul, right? So don't even think about backing down now. You go tell Moshe what you think of him, right? Because I need that new Mercedes. So don't even think of coming home tonight until you got that new job. And if you do come home and you don't follow through with it, you'll be sleeping on the couch along with our dog Astro. Right? So you go there and you tell Moshe who he's dealing with. And the story goes, of course, that Korach died that night. And His wife never got her